Yes, I'm going to do my game in 1 hour. If you are watching this, thank you so much. Now, the rules are you can do whatever you want, all right? You can use stuff from asset stores. You can make your own assets. It doesn't matter. But we're going to do a theme. And let's say that that one theme is, I'm going to say weather. Weather. That's a pretty simple theme, pretty straightforward, kind of makes sense. So the theme is going to be weather because it is, at least in my neck of the woods, winter weathery as can be. All right, y'all. I wanna take things seriously. I always do. But I have a special desire. I have a special desire. I have a special desire to make it really exciting. Now, I do like how movement, just starting out with constant movement, I really like how that helped me just get things going last time. So what's weather? I mean, weather can be very, very much or very little. Let's get some rain. I do want movement. What if the rain is the movement? And what if you're rain? What if we're raindrops? Yeah. Yep. We're gonna be raindrops. I'm going to what do you so if you okay, I'm gonna do the scoreboard first. I don't know, I'm just trying it. I'm trying the scoreboard first. And what do you have to do? You have to fall and be rain. You have to rain down. Raining, rained around. You rained right around. You did a right round rain type of situation. Rained around. I don't know. I don't know what it means. Hopefully, it'll make sense someday. I think this should be like a scoring type of thing. Because I mean, if you are a raindrop, I kind of like the idea of you aiming yourself as a drop. Like that kind of makes sense. So let's see what that gets us. Dun 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 dun. Stanking to health, Hank Booth. Okay, so this don't just it's this is it's a song. It's a song. So we have rained around and then this score modifier. Isn't that really good? So if I want to be a raindrop, I think I'm gonna get a sphere and then a cone, right? And maybe we can have those just like blend into each other. That'll probably look fine. All right, that's kind of a raindrop. I've seen less raindroppery. Let me get that a little smoother, maybe. I'm no expert on this, but and we're not worried about like, is it the most efficient design? Is it saving us plenty of space? I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, that is sort of a raindrop. You can't, the license can't be verified. I'm gonna ignore that. Like I can connect to the internet, but like what it's gonna do is be grouchy about it. Just don't be grouchy. This looks pretty good. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to make it look a little raindroppier. Already kind of looks a little raindroppy there, doesn't it? Let's get it nice and reflective. There we go. Super water. Oh, yeah. I'm actually a little impressed how much this looks like water. Am I an artist? Am I a sculptor? Okay, let's make this a little squashy. I think squashiness is going to be good. I don't even know if we're going to see it. I feel like we're overthinking it a little. But there's our raindrop. I would like there to be a bunch of them. What if I'm gonna clone? I've been relying a lot on like generation in stuff, like having objects, enemies, whatever, get emitted, and so they are being created as we go along. I'm gonna try to not do that this time because I don't know. It introduces a certain like I don't want to say unpredictability, but uncontrollability. Like I heard an argument about procedurally generated games or games that have dungeons or levels that are procedurally generated. And the criticism was that by doing that, you don't get to design a level carefully. And so the player eventually is going to, if not right away, start to kind of feel that a procedurally generated level is lacking a certain attention to detail. But I have been relying on generating and physics and stuff like that for a lot of these games in the jam. Because, you know, in my mind it makes it a little easier. But maybe that's not true. Maybe we could benefit from some control. So what I want to do is have all of these little drops. I kind of think I should get rid. Well, it's fine. No, it's fine. I think I should. I think I should just have one, and we should make it fancy. I'm gonna put a camera on here. Let's say each raindrop has a camera, has its own camera, because why not? I could see. I mean, I do see potentially why not. But let's just pretend like it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna put a whole microchip on there. Let's scope in, drop the camera in. And I wouldn't want it to be on unless we're on this raindrop. So what I'm thinking is there are multiple raindrops that you can become and control. And then I guess you switch to the other drops or something if you want to. I don't know. So this is good. We need to trigger it somehow. So what determines... Now, I should... Let's say that the player can choose to switch to a different raindrop. Now, do I want there to be like control? Like you could either go to the raindrop to the left or the raindrop to the right or forward or back. I don't know. That seems a little complicated. It could be doable. I don't know. I think we should just do a random drop. So I'm going to have this be a randomized input from the controller sensor. So let's get another microchip, make it nice and big so we don't lose it. This will kind of be the player or what controls player operation. Because the player, it's kind of like, I'm imagining like FIFA or a basketball game or something, right? Where you can switch to the different players, except it's random because I don't have time to, to program it more carefully. So let's get a randomizer. We'll just make it full. So let's just say 10, and then that way we can have 10 raindrops. I think that makes sense. So we need to input, so I'm going to get a controller sensor, and let's drop that controller sensor in our microchip. Get rid of this stuff. I'm going to make it remote control. And let's say, I mean, I don't really care. Let's just say X. I think that'll be easier. So we'll say X, it'll randomize the signal. So if we hit play now, and every time I press X, you can see it's changing to a random one, more or less. No repeat. Yeah, we do need no repeat. True random would mean that you might get the same result twice, which is great and all, and not really what true is. True, there is no true random. But I think it would not be that fun to switch into the same raindrop we currently are. So yeah. By the way, if you missed it, the prompt for this one is weather. Yes, weather is the prompt. So if you press X, this randomizer will send out to 10 possible places. And one of them is going to be this drop right here. Now, I'm not going to set up all the drops yet, because I don't know what logic I might want to add on to it. But I don't want to wait too long, because if I wait too long, we might have built an infrastructure that we can't actually scale. All right, so you can see sometimes it switches to that, even if we go out here to play mode. Oh, well. Oh, okay. So we're going to need it to also, so we're going to say if it is not. And, you know, we don't even have to have it be a switch, really, right? We could actually just have it be plugged right in. Might as well. So I'm on a free cam. I'm going to press X a bunch of times. Eventually, we should get into the camera. Oh, yeah, it just takes a while. Oh, you saw it kind of started to go there. Okay, so that does work. I think the transition is a little slow. So let's do something a little better. And then I'm gonna try the crazy one. I guess I should scale it sooner. Let's just start and we can unscale it. I wanna feel the vibe of going into multiple drops. So let's get 5, and then we can double that. So we'll have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double it. That's 10. It's a little time consuming for a test, but you know, I think it might be worth it. Although to be fair, I mean, we don't really have to program. Like, we might end up wanting to program stuff into the raindrops individually, but I don't know. Like, whatever. Let's try not to, and then if we need to, I'll just walk it back. It'll be fine. Nobody minds walking it back. Okay, let me see what this is like. So there's that. We switch to the different raindrops. Cool. Okay, so we're switching between raindrops. That's fine. And I mean, I would like them to just be falling infinitely. I feel like we need a fake falling. Yeah, because if we make it actually fall, there is going to be a limit where Dreams will just delete the objects. So we have to fake fall, which means we have to have a reference point outside of the drops that tells us, oh, falling is occurring. How am I going to do that? I don't know. I kind of want to be a little what if we use animated paint flecks? Because paint can actually adhere to the camera. And I kind of am just thinking like some corny little, just some corny little streaks, movement streaks. Like, oh, we're moving, can't you tell? Hey, what's up, Pierogi? We got Pierogi in this house. What's the prompt? There is one. The prompt is weather. The prompt is weather. So maybe we'll just guarantee a little extension. I'm not live on Twitch right now because my internet, because of Midwest weather conditions, my internet's a little iffy. It's good right now on YouTube, but for some reason it's like PlayStation. What the heck is that? I can't do it. So I'm not sure if we're going to get to check your game out. I'm sorry, but maybe. There's a chance. So weather is the prompt because weather is nerfing my ability to enjoy Dreams online. It's good to see you. Hope all is well. So I'm going to make some streaks that just will, in theory, indicate motion. I have no idea if this is going to be remotely decent or good, but that's okay. I guess I'll make it, I don't know, like bright, something like that. So if I come to the duplicates section, we can choose around camera. So then if we switch wherever we go, even though I only did those few fleck strokes, we can still see them everywhere. They're not moving though. So let's see if we can, now I do want them to move vertically. That's the only way this makes sense. Okay. It feels a little slow. Feels a little slow for falling through the air. That feels a little slow. I'm not sure if I can speed it up, but I'm gonna try. Oh, heck yeah. Nice. Okay, so that worked pretty easily. I mean, it doesn't not create the effects. Ooh, especially if we like kind of just fiddle with these. I'm just fiddling. I'm just out here fiddling. Actually, that looks much worse. It looks much worse. Maybe it's Jet Trail that I'm kind of looking for here. Let me see. No, that doesn't look good either. I think just the way that it was is more convincing. So I'm gonna adjust the way the duplicates are gonna spread on the screen. Now, I think even the way that I designed this makes it a little less than ideal for convincingly being movement all around. Oh my goodness. Maybe, is that bad news? I mean, I don't know that it looks like movement so much as literally definitely something else. I don't know what. I mean, it's not like I'm sitting here like, I know what. I don't know. Oh, taking that impasto down is kind of nice. I like it. Now, I don't love it being in our face, blocking the screen, but I guess it do look a little silly, don't it? What we do need, though, is the background to not be so horizon-y. The horizon is kind of killing the vibe here. So I'm going to make it, I guess, a rainy day color since it's raining. Let's break that horizon up. I actually think the flex shade might help. See, the problem is how it gets in your face. Maybe we can edit the painting a little bit so it's not in your face as much. Yeah, this is better. So now we are inhabiting different raindrops, kind of. Hard kind of, okay? The prompt is weather, and I am choosing to have raindrops be switch toable, and then you're a raindrop. That's what I got. And I do want to create the effect that you're falling. I also don't want to spend too much time trying to create the effect that you're falling. Oh, this helps. I don't know, this animation adds a little dimensionality to it. I almost want it to, like, move more. Or just, like, be longer. I am spending a lot of time on the way it looks, which has generally not worked out well. But that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe we can keep toying with some of these to make it feel a little more real. Probably not. See, you know, what I want is for it to, like the painting itself. Let me take off the duplicates for a second so we can see just where the painting is. There's the painting. I'm going to make a camera bookmark here so I definitely know where the painting will be at. I kind of want it to, like, move around. But here, let's get a block. I'm going to group the painting with the block. I'm going to make the block invisible. And I'm going to make it visible to us. And then let's put a mover on here. Okay. Where's that? Right around here. And maybe we could just have it, like, oscillating, like, up and down, back and forth. Because you can see that's moving those, which is good, which is great. But we want, I mean, this is a bird vibe. A little harsh on the end there. A little flat. Let's see if we can round that out a bit. Almost want to make it a little stouter. There. Oh. Keep trying to make it bigger, but I keep hitting undo. Okay. This is a very weird looking bird. That much I'm willing to admit. What the heck do birds look like? I actually don't think I know what birds look like. You know, you think you know these things, and then when sculpt comes to click. I don't know, it just doesn't. It looks like a chicken. It looks like a rotisserie chicken. I don't hate that. I kind of can get down with that, actually. So I think I will. So let's put that in here just to sort of smooth out some of these lumpy lumps. I am going to make the wings a little bigger. That might take away some of that rotisserie-ness. Yeah, this is not what a bird is. Wait, let me try something. Just like slim it down a little bit. The prompt here is weather for the 1 hour game jam that we're doing. Weather because the Midwest weather circumstance right now where I live is a little irritating. So I'm kind of thinking about it. And now I'm trying to make a bird. And based on that prompt, I want to have us become raindrops. And we're trying to hit birds. You've heard of birds pooping on people. But now the rain, the sky will poop on the birds. It's not revenge. It's just nonsense. This is a bird. Believe it. So let's make it a little dark. Maybe it wouldn't be very shiny. We could probably get a little roughness built into it. That might help. I'm going to loosen up a little bit there so it obscures things. And yeah, it's a bird. So the birds, we're going to want to be like moving, right? We want them to be moving around because they're like moving targets. Targets? Targets. Let's go to Target. We shop at Target. Thank you. It's going to be moving around, which is probably going to be more difficult than I want to admit. So let's add in a trigger zone to the bird. I do think we should be doing this on a microchip. It's just a hunch. Sometimes, especially in the jam, I just want to just stamp things wherever just to get it done. But I tend to regret not at least putting a microchip on my stuff. It does make it easier. So we'll put a trigger zone on this bird, and if you hit it, I mean, we do lose the wings there. Yeah, whatever. So how do we hit it? Well, I'm going to say if it detects, there is no player sensor. We're going to do labels. I'm a big fan of the labels. We'll say that if it detects a friend, which will be the raindrops. Ooh, we should make it missile. What? It makes sense. So let's make it missile. And then we need to make sure our raindrop is indeed labeled as friend. There we go. Now the birds, so here's how this is working right now. The birds, or we're not actually going to be falling. The raindrops aren't actually falling through the sky. And we're trying to hit the bird. So that means the bird is going to have to be moving in a way that it wouldn't be. So it's like we're getting closer to it, right? We're going to have to feel like we're getting closer to the bird, right? As we're falling down. So the birds kind of have to like go past us. And maybe they're going this way too, but the most important thing is that we're falling past them. This does sound difficult. Now, I do think it makes sense to emit. We have about 30 minutes left, by the way, if you're joining us for this jam. The challenge is weather, the prompt. Making a game in 1 hour, however you want, however you like. And PlayStation Network weather affect permitting. We'll check it out today, or we'll check it out as soon as we can. Okay. We'll probably be able to check it out. It's just going to be slow. We'll check out your games. It's just going to take a while. But that's okay. So, we want to move up and down as a bird. I'm going to get a mover. I think I want the up and, if there's going to be forward and back, Actually, it should pretty much only move up. Like, in theory, it could move down, but we might as well just have it only go up. That'll save us a lot of time. So the bird is only going to go up. Remember, this is representing us falling down. So there's the bird doing its thing, a little slow. I think we go a little faster. But the important thing is that we can emit these in a way that will make some sense. So I'm actually going to get another random just invisible sculpt. And this will be what we'll snap our emitter to. I'm going to get a microchip, put it on, and let's add in a mover or an emitter. We want it to be emitting the bird. Let's kind of get that lined up somehow. I guess the bird, which direction should it emit? I don't know. I don't really care. I don't think it really needs any speed because we just need it to appear and go up. So you can see there's a bunch appearing and going up, which is fine, but I want a little more variation. So I'm going to get a mover. I like movers. I like movers. I like them. I like them a lot. And similar, I'm actually going to grab the same signal manipulator, similar to this one that we're using to help make the movement effect look quote-unquote convincing. Grab that, hop over here. I'm going to have this going into our emission mover. The speed. And this is going to move us left and right now. So you can see the birds are a little bit different, but not far enough. So let's make that a little wider. This is not a cool game already, I gotta say. So now we have a little more variance to how far they can go. What if we boost up some strength? Because it doesn't need to be perfect. The only problem is when it starts to drift. That's kind of the biggest issue with the randomness. So I think what would make more sense is to have a static value for the moving back and forth. So the same range. So I'm going to make this -1. I'm going to make these both -1, basically. So we have -1 on the minimum range, and we'll have 1 on the maximum range. So that way it's going to go between those. And it won't start drifting too far away. And what we could do is have this emission time be randomized. Could even be fun just to keep things sort of consistent. We could have the randomizer randomize. I mean, that's a little silly. Let's just have the randomizer doing its own thing. So I would say true random is fine. I am fine with all 10, and I'm going to actually do the active port here. Let's get a calculator, and I'm going to divide this by, what, 2? Because this is going to output a whole number every time we reset it. All right, so here we have 6 divided by 2 equals 3. We're going to need bigger than that. Let's say divided by 20. So now we get 0.4, 0.2. I think we want to say 10. I think 10 is the number you're looking for. There we go. So now we have this nice value between 0 and 1, which will allow us to have a little more control over the emission time. I do want it to not be that long. I guess it depends. I mean, it could be a long time. Like you're searching for a bird. Like, where's the bird? I'm waiting for the bird. I kind of like that. So we're going to put this divided value into the time or how long it'll take for them to come out. We also are going to need this to be randomizing. So let's get this, and we can have this timer looping itself. Hey, what's up, Masked Plays? I am doing a 1 hour game jam. You can tell we have a timer right over there. It started 40 minutes ago, and I'm trying to make an entire game in just 1 hour. And the prompt today is weather. So I am deciding that we're going to be a raindrop. Oh my gosh, this is super trippy. What the tripping trip is this bird trip right now? This is awesome. So we're gonna be a raindrop and we're gonna try to fall on birds. And we're creating the effect in sort of a, yeah, 1 hour. I know. And the reason I want to do this is because I get caught up on details when I'm making games. I have a habit of like being like, oh, I want it to look this way. I want it to feel that way. So I'm trying to do this every single week on YouTube at 4 p.m. Eastern, or sorry, 4 p.m. Yes, 4 p.m. Eastern time. That's correct. That's correct. 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to do this jam every week on Fridays, 1 hour, and it's going to help me. I know it is. It's already helping me. Just cut down on the things that take too long when I'm making games. So that's the idea. Thank you for stopping in. So let's, why is it, I guess because we don't have a good minimum here. So what we could do for that, we need to tell it, don't emit too small of a value. But is that even what it is that's happening? Right, I guess it is. Okay, so we need to make this timer a lot shorter. So then this is just constantly updating. So now we see this is all different times, and the birds are coming out a little too often. So I want to set a minimum for how far, or for how short it'll be before they get emitted. So I'm going to put in a switch here, and let's make it 0.3. Maybe that's not too bad. Yeah. So there's one, there's another one. And since this emitter is moving back and forth, like a 3D printer, and the time is randomized, they should appear at random places, more or less. Now they tend to be going on the left side there, but I think that's just because the emitter block is usually over there. But I don't know, it does seem a little unrandom there, doesn't it? Seems to be lacking in randomness. That's okay. What we could also do is every time the player switches or presses X, we could have a bird. No, I don't like that. That's overthinking. I'm overthinking. I must not do this. I think what I need to do is just move this emitter block wherever it is, so it's more over this side. So that should allow for more birds to be spread evenly. It doesn't really matter if it's even, but yeah, this is great. This is great. Cool. So we're able to inhabit the raindrop. There we go. We're in a raindrop. The birds are falling. I'm trying my best to make it look like we're falling through the air, okay? I'm doing my best. Christmas Eve for you. Tomorrow is Christmas. Yeah, same. It's kind of a wild time to be trying to make a game in an hour, but you know what? It's a nice relief, I think, from the stresses that can be associated with the holidays. Although this is not exactly unstressful. I hope your holiday season is going okay. It can be awkward during these times. I totally get that, but I hope it's going all right for you. So the birds emit a little too close to the action. I think we need to move the birds out of the way. So I'm going to put this way down. Ideally, they're just like out of view. So we could even get like a fog gadget, which would create some obfuscationism that we might appreciate. I'm going to put that right there. I'm also going to plug up my controller because I love myself. It does. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that it looked okay. Good. doing the best I can in 1 hour. So the fog, I mean, you can already see it's making it a little less visible, but I think we can do better than that. I do. I need to find the fog because I actually did lose. Where did the fog go? There it is. Don't be there. I would like this to be in our emitter chip. Actually, let's just, well, or emitter block? Our emitter block? This is that, right? Oh, it's not open. No, it gets confusing. Things get confusing. I do want the fog to actually be thick enough to make the birds hard to see. It's pretty hard to tell right now if that's working. Maybe the size should be bigger because it's probably, oh my gosh, look how tiny it is. I'm like, why isn't it showing up? And it's like, because I'm only here. And I'm like, why aren't you showing up? It's like, because I'm only here. And now I feel silly. But I'm happy because maybe in this last not even 20 minutes, we might find some success. Okay. Zoop. Zoop. Now this should go pretty much the range. Oh, it goes with it. Oh, nice. Cool. So that's actually fine. So we shouldn't be able to see the birds appearing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is interesting. Looks really silly. So we need to make this very wide. I'm just gonna use the settings here and just, I'm not even gonna drag it. I'm just gonna make it a super big number. Hey, what's up, Insane Alpha Beta? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? We are doing weather as the prompt for this jam. I hope your holiday season is not so bad, considering how awkward they can be. Or for some, they're not awkward, right? Do you exist? Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're a little, yeah, they kind of like emerge out of nothingness. It feels like a lot of birds. It feels like a lot of birds, but I think I have to like not care. I want less birds. I want less birds. I want less birds. So I'm going to actually make the time that it can be a lot longer. So hopefully that will lead to less birds. Now, we need more mechanics. So we need, so right now on the bird, we do have a trigger zone. And that trigger zone is looking for the raindrop. Okay? It should be. Friend. Oh, friend. There we go. We were going to do missile, but I forgot. So we can see it's flashing green. That's wonderful. Now it needs to be the one that is currently active. That's actually very important. So I'm going to put this in here because otherwise any raindrop would count, and we don't want that. I'm going to come back to our scoreboard, which is floating around over here somewhere. I must take my own advice and actually put this. All right, so let's reattach it to the emitter. The emitter is over here. Nope, that's the mover. I would say some colors for the different boxes, the different microchips, probably would be helpful. Probably would be a good thing. I'm going to reattach our bird to the emitter. We're definitely running out of time, which just has to be okay. We just have to be okay with that. We're going to try our best. Okay. Where's the birds? Where's the bird? Where is it? Did I just... Oh, gosh. It's all the way over there. It's too far. Not worth it. Just not worth it. Okay, there's a bird. I think we can get that one. It's not easy. Okay, we should have crossed it. I feel like that crossed it. It did! Yes! We got a point. Okay. But now we want something to happen when we get that point, right? We want it to look like something changed. So how do we want to do that? Let's have a keyframe on the bird. So we'll need to reattach the bird to the emitter. Let's put a keyframe on here. And we can just have it like make it blue. It's wet now. Okay, and I don't know, make it looser or something. I don't know. Sound effect would be nice. I don't know if I'll be able to load one in time, so we just don't get one. what should happen as well is I think the mover should stop moving. So let's get a destroyer. And this destroyer is only activated. We'll get a selector, use it as a state machine. When the trigger zone goes off, we want it to activate the keyframe, okay? And then after a short time, well, we could actually just plug it in. Forget the destroyer. Let's just plug the default state into the mover. So it's on. When it goes off, it gets wet, and you get a point. All right. I feel like that should do it. Now we should also stop whatever current drop that you're on, right? Why would the drop keep existing? It doesn't make sense. That is getting a little ambitious for 3 minutes left. Where's our drop? I don't even know where the drop is anymore. Let's reattach the bird just to be safe. And it's possible someday we will ever find the drop again. I'm going to just play it and keep pressing X until we get into this drop. It should jump us there eventually. Oh gosh. Oh, there we go. So we're in the drop. I don't want to lose it. I'm just gonna like clone it and then reset. Okay, it's right there. So we need to set up something that will make this stop existing. Really, honestly, let's just have it boot the player. Just have it send the player to a different drop as if it pressed X. I think that makes a lot of sense. So we want to say, I'm going to get another timer. I'm going to say after a couple seconds. After a couple seconds that the bird gets wet, start this timer, or immediately after the bird gets wet, start this timer. And then after, I just got to get this same wire. Why are you not in my hand? What? There it is. So that'll start that timer. And then when that timer is up, I want you to shuffle what drop we're currently in. Now, a wiser version of me would have switched us, or would have camera bookmarked this drop. Okay, so now we need to clone it 10 times. 2 minutes! Ooh! I think this could be a pretty gamey, like a game of game proportions. So then we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And maybe we can just move them around a little bit, add some more variation to where they are. And then we're going to seal this deal by hooking up our randomizer, controllable by X or getting a bird wet. We're going to want to hook each of these randomizer outputs into a different drop. It'll move to the next randomizer output. So, you know, it's a little on the jank side of life, but it kind of works. Okay, so we did not get all the drops hooked up. That's not the end of the world, really, but yeah, it would be nice. That one isn't hooked up. This one doesn't look hooked up. It is. Not the most systematic approach here. 7 seconds, 5. We're going to do a 5-minute extension, y'all. 5-minute extension. We tend to do these. Someone who is joining us on the jam joined a little late, and so this is mostly for them. This is totally for them. It's not for me. What? Come on. Come on. To be fair, I did take a break to explain things and stuff, so I think I deserve a little leeway. Okay, there, this one. And we still have one left? Do we have 2 more left? I can't. That's too many. That's too many. Now, the worst thing here is going to be that we'll see the other raindrops just like chilling. But, you know, you can move them, right? So we can Oh my gosh, they all move. That is so silly. Doesn't make any sense. So that, yeah, they're not independently moving, which does make sense. We could, okay, let's in our last 5 minutes, we have, we'll say 3-4 minutes left. Let's have them not be visible. So that will help create that effect a little better. So we'll say that the same node here that allows it to become controlled. Now we have to do that on the correct drop and chip. Not great scaling wise, right? Would have been great if we had done that before we cloned them, but we didn't know. So we do our best. We are pushing the time a little bit for ourselves because we care about ourselves and we want to be successful. I think the most important thing is that initial hour pressure. And then I think it's fair to have some time to like wrap up, you know? Okay, that's my justification. So we'll just keep doing this. Opening up the tweak menu and hooking up the visibility to whether or not it is the active drop, which will hopefully create a better effect that you're jumping into different drops. If I had all the time in the world, I think I would add in where it looks like the other drops are existing independently, because as it is, they're all going to be invisible. So the drops are just going to like appear. But I don't think it'll really look that weird because the camera transition between the drops, I think is going to kind of take care of that. You're not really going to notice. Okay, little time consuming, no doubt. Would have been also good to have this be an output port. Then we could, oh, poopy. Then we could more easily hook it up without opening the microchip first. Okay, hooking this up like that. Just doing this last little thing during our 5-minute extension, which we tend to do. And I hope, I pray to the gods of Christmas, all of them, mostly Krampus, that this doesn't make my brain numb all the way into a mindless void. Those words could have made sense. Also, if I had more time, I think I would have taken a breath and just said, hey, let's count how many we've done so far. But you know, it's hard. It's hard to do systematic assembly line stuff when you're not a robot or afforded the luxury of a reasonable amount of time. All right, let's see what it looks like. Yeah. I mean, okay, well, that helped us at least identify which one needed to be dealt with. Interestingly, it is going somewhere. Is it going to the wrong drop? That is funny and annoying, but also funny. How many did we hook up to this one? Oh my gosh. Okay. And then, you know, I have to wonder, well then, what was that supposed to get hooked up to? I feel like this is just what has to happen in a 1-hour game jam. Like, you don't get to fix this. Okay, this feels pretty good. And then there are the birds. It's a little hard to see. I kind of hate that. Like, I can't really see the birds that well. Ooh. That should have done something. I wonder why it didn't. Because that, I mean, it looks like we hit it. It looked like we hit that thing. Let's make the trigger zone a little bigger. I don't know what it's doing over there, but that will cause the problem. Yeah, that'll do it. Hey, it's a good thing we didn't not check that, or else this game would have been actually a useless game, which is not fun. We'll be a little generous here if you hit in that whole vicinity. So we'll test it out. Try to get that bird. I just want to see it turn blue. We did just miss it. We did just do a bad job. I'm gonna switch to a different drop. I don't think I'm gonna make that one. Oh, we got it. Nice. Sweet. And now it's just sitting there in the air. Yeah, we're freezing the birds, all right? We're freezing rain, freezing birds, okay? That's what it is. I gotta say, this isn't that bad of a game. It's like not that bad. It's actually not that bad. We did forget to post the score. So we could just say that every time this timer goes off, it can just post the score for us. Okay? I think that's all we need. A door would be good, right? Because you want to like quit the game if you're done. I'm going to say no. Yeah, just forget the door, right? I mean, you don't really need it. So I'm going to save it, and I'm going to say this is freezing rain them birds. Freezing rain them birds. You know, freeze and rain them birds. That's how it works. All right. I'm honestly pretty impressed with this game. This actually turned out pretty well. I'm shocked. We did something right this time. I don't know what. And Rogi said that they had a good run of it. Like, all right, let me try to get a score. Make sure all that works. We didn't hide the imp. Oh, that's so embarrassing. We gotta hide the cursor. Come on. So I will say it's a little unclear what to do because like you don't know if the birds are going to be coming. So I think that would be something, you know, in another version would improve it. So we should have gotten a score there. I'll do one more yeah, there's no instructions. I think that's the biggest thing that's lacking here. You forgot to hide your imp too. I mean, the imp is useful until it's not. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, we got 2. Let's see if that got our score. It's like, I don't even know how to exit. Nothing is real. I am not seeing a score, but I have a feeling it has a thumbs up. Well, look, we tried. Let me just put the instructions in here. Sometimes you just gotta like accept that you did the best you could. I'm gonna say X to switch drops. To switch drops. And then we have, what else? We have L stick. So I'm gonna say L stick. Just type in L, it'll sort it out. L to move drop. And then, okay, I'll capitalize it. Fine, you win. X to switch drops, L to move drop. And then, let's make it slightly bigger. Find and freeze the birds. You know, it's not, I feel like it's a good use of dreams. It's like, sorry, you can't say it. It's a good use of dreams to put the instructions in the description. You know, if you were putting a game on Steam, no, you probably shouldn't have the instructions only on the Steam page. But, I mean, for Dreams, for someone who's popping in to play a game on Dreams, like, it's quite fine. You know what? I feel pretty good. I feel like that wasn't a bad job. That wasn't that bad of a job. All right, let's see if we can find Rogies. Okay, Masked Plays. Every Friday I stream on YouTube, so if you ever want to come back, Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Universal Time Coordinated, aka Greenwich Mean Time, I think, or British Standard Time. 9 p.m. British Time or 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Fridays, you'll find me here. It's Saturday for you in Australia. All right, well, howdy from the United States. Sending that out to you in Australia. Good to know. Good to know. I don't know what that time zone is, but hopefully it's not too late for you. It's 9 a.m. Oh, good. Oh, I see. Got it. 9 a.m. Good morning. Good morning to you. let me just tell you what's going to happen. Next week, I am going to be doing this stream on Friday, like we do. And then the next day is New Year's Eve. So I will be on Twitch, the last Twitch stream. That's my last Twitch stream. And every sub that we get on YouTube during that stream, I will stream for 10 minutes longer. For every sub we get on Patreon during that stream, I will stream for an hour longer. We're gonna do 12 hours as a base, so it's still gonna be a long stream, and then we'll see how far it goes. All right, so this is what Rogi made for this sudden dev challenge. The prompt was weather, and yeah, it's called Press X to Nature. Let me get the sound. I kind of want to hear. Like, that's a me opinion, but I think I would like to hear. So we can, like, because I have a feeling Rogi has. Look at this. I mean, look, doesn't it look like it has sound? Now, Rogi actually made this. Rogi actually made this in 45 minutes. What happened? Where's the cloud? What happened? Rogi actually made this in 45 minutes, not even an hour. That's my favorite kind of show off. Okay. No, really. I love it. All right, so we're cloud. Oh, we can move. Very nice. This is a cute cloud. Look at that personality. Isn't that the most Rogi face you've ever seen? Like, it literally looks like your logo. I love it. As it should. And then we can press X to rain. I gotta say, I love the, like, shadows on the back. It gives this, like, vibe. It's very artistically cohesive. It gives us this, like, setup in a Scholastic book fair, take a picture with a rain cloud. I don't know. It gives it this, like, cardboardy children's show kind of vibe. I like that. All right, let's press X. Let's rain. Oh, can you hear that? Okay, I'm turning this up. Oh, it's so good. Do you need an umbrella? It's really coming down out here. I didn't plan on getting wet today. It's still kind of pretty out. I don't know, I was just feeling it. Whoa! Wait, what? Did I do that? Oh, this is cute. So we're just, so this, okay. It's interesting because, no, this is like commentary because the cloud is sad. But the cloud being sad is causing plants to grow. Like freaking alien No Man's Sky plants. I guess it doesn't have to be sad. It could be like, it could just be like constant. It's like Zen. It's Zen. It's a Zen cloud. That's really cool. I like the casualness. It's not really casual. It's like kind of a toy or a. It's cozy. This feels cozy. I think this is cozy. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm just like chilling. I don't have like this desire to PogChamp anything. I'm just like hanging out. And it's really nice. This is gorgeous. Alright, let's keep pressing. Wait, let me see if there's anything over here. Oh yeah, there is. Look at that. Look at that. I did it, yay! I did it! I did it. I did it. Let's see what happens when we're happy. And then it just looks nice. This is cool. So, I feel like, Rogi, how this inspires me because I tend to just like focus on mechanics. And I feel like you kind of have too, up until now. And this is like pure aesthetics. it has a cohesive art style. Look at this. Look at that. We got in between. Look at that. That's beautiful. You know, and it's not about necessarily accomplish something. You do get, you know, a message that pops up, which is great. That gives it a nice arc. But you know, I just want to hang out here. I just want to hang out and enjoy the beauty. And I can really appreciate how you made something, you used your time to capture the visual joys, the audio joys of what makes a game fun. Not just, does the mechanic play out? Now, there is a mechanic, right? I mean, you get this nice, clear mowed lawn, and then we can start growing things. But it's very chill. You know, there's no way you can lose. You can't lose this game, which is beautiful. Just a really, really, really nice vibe. And I think I can learn a lot from this. I get really hung up on a game having mechanics. And in fact, like, a stated goal of mine is to not focus too much on visual elements. But guess what? Visual elements are as important to making a game as, you know, intense mechanics. Rogi says, yeah, aside from the win condition, it's not much of a game in the commonly thought of sense. You know, it has a avant-garde feel. It's pushing the boundaries of what a game could be called. And you know, I'm not trying to say that it's not something I've played before. It's like the most unique thing, but it doesn't have to be. It represents you. It represents, it tells me something about you, the creator of this game. I mean, your face is even on the cloud in a way. This is peaceful. My soul. This is like, anytime I'm like angry, I want to come back and play this. You were feeling this one. It was chill. Yeah. You weren't rushing like you usually are. Oh. Well, I guess if you have only 45 minutes, it makes sense. Like, what, are you going to bother pushing yourself when you lose so much time? Might as well have fun with that. I really like that. I want to, for the next sudden dev I do, unless I forget, which I might. For the next sudden dev, I really want to try to take a page out of your notebook. Will it happen? I don't know, but I'm gonna try. Awesome work, Rogi. Thank you so much for participating. You nailed the prompt. You warmed my heart, and you made a game. But of course, even if it wasn't a game, that would be okay. It's all about trying, seeing what you can come up with in a short amount of time, maybe unlocking more creativity than you thought you had.